just like the stories of the lost continent of Atlantis have long captured the imagination of many. An underwater city discovered off the coast of Japan has blurred the line between myth and reality and sparked controversy among scientists. Scuba diving is a popular activity for tourists off the coast of Yonaguni Island, part of the Ryukyu Arc Island chain in Okinawa Prefecture. Yonaguni marks the end of a series of islands stretching from Kyushu, the southwesternmost of Japan's main islands, southwestward almost to Taiwan. Although the area is known for its strong ocean currents, the prospect of swimming alongside schools of hammerhead sharks continues to attract thrill seekers to take part in diving tours here, even during the winter months. Beyond that, the island also holds another fascinating draw that calls out to both adventurers and scientists: ancient underwater ruins. At the southernmost tip of the island chain, 75 miles from Taiwan, lies a massive monolithic stone structure that has been submerged for thousands of years. Located just 200 yards, 183 meters, off the southern coast of Yonaguni Island. Not very deep, this colossal stone lies about 80 feet, 24 meters, at its lowest point. Its peak rises to within just 15 feet, about 4.5 meters, of the water surface. This mysterious formation has been named the Yonaguni Monument. Although some believe that the Yonaguni Monument was discovered by local tourism official Kihachiro Aratake, who had surveyed the area in search of ideal spots to view sharks in 1986, one of the most prominent names associated with this monument is Japanese marine geologist Masaaki Kimura from the University of the Ryukyus. Kimura was one of the first scientists to explore the site after Aratake's initial discovery. Believing it to be a man-made structure, Professor Kimura referred to it as the Machu Picchu underwater. He went even further, proposing the theory that this submerged pyramid was the mythical lost continent of Mu, the Asian equivalent of Atlantis. Throughout his research on the Yonaguni Monument, which continued into the 21st century, Kimura claimed to have identified features that could only have been created by humans and could not have formed naturally. The towering vertical walls surrounding an area are essentially part of a large oval-shaped structure measuring approximately 950 feet, 290 meters in length, 390 feet, 219 meters in width, and 85 feet, 26 meters in height. With its main face facing southeast, irregular steps protrude from the structure at various intervals, creating a pyramid-like appearance. Square or nearly square angles are scattered throughout the site. The Yonaguni Monument spans an area of 984 feet by 492 feet, 300 meters by 150 meters. Kimura has specifically pointed out the anomalies in this city: a large, stadium-like structure, a castle with features similar to the 14th century Shuri Castle in Naha, Okinawa's main island, an archway, and a drainage system. He believes that there are also artistic works here: an impressive large turtle sculpture, a giant human head facing outward, resembling the heads on Easter Island, and images that appear to be animals carved into the stone walls, some of which even show traces of paint. According to Kimura, it is impossible for these phenomena to have been caused by natural erosion. He pointed out that there is no rubble pile at the base of the Yonaguni Monument, where debris from the structure should have fallen. While many scientists have acknowledged Kimura's claim that this architectural structure is man-made, skeptics within the scientific community have labeled the site as pseudo-archaeology. They have proposed an entirely different narrative to explain the origin of the site. Notably, geologist Robert Schoch from Boston University believes that the Yonaguni ruins were naturally formed, explaining that the precise right angles and flat surfaces are clearly due to the properties of the type of rock forming the structure. Local sandstone and mudstone layers would easily separate, forming flat, smooth surfaces. Meanwhile, the dense layers of sediment would cause natural cracks to occur at right angles. Though critics have pointed out that right angles are unlikely to appear consistently in this manner at Yonaguni. To explain the absence of stone debris at the base of the monument, Schock proposed the theory that strong ocean currents had carried it away. Schock stated that the anomalies Kimura believed to be the domes of supporting columns were in fact created by water vortices. Supporting Schock's conclusion that the structure is natural, both Japan's Agency for Cultural Affairs and the Okinawa prefectural government appear largely uninterested in the site. Neither authority has made efforts to preserve or study the Yonaguni monument. However, despite being labeled as pseudo-archaeology and facing skepticism about his findings, Kimura has continued to investigate what he calls the lost continent of Mu. To determine the age of the submerged city, he has studied stalactites found in underwater caves, which he believes sank along with the city. These stalactites likely formed over thousands of years from minerals dripping from the cave ceilings, and they cannot form underwater. Before submersion, these caves must have existed on dry land for a long time. Therefore, the Yonaguni monument may have sunk more than 5,000 years ago. Other surveys have examined coral growth on the stone walls and tectonic activity, possibly a cause of its submersion, to help determine its age. However, with many YouTube bloggers and prominent scientists supporting Kimura's conclusions, even Schock has had to admit that Yonaguni is not entirely a natural formation. He acknowledged that, as part of the underlying bedrock, Yonaguni may have been modified by humans. It is a natural structure, but with some human influence. In addition to the theories surrounding the natural or man-made origins of the Yonaguni monument, a new area of research is also attracting the attention of archaeologists and historians: the connection between this structure and ancient civilizations that once existed in East Asia, particularly prehistoric cultures that are less mentioned in mainstream history. Some independent scholars and cultural researchers believe that the Yonaguni monument could be the remnants of a once thriving maritime civilization in the Pacific region, capable of trading and interacting with ancient cultures in China, the Korean Peninsula, and even Southeast Asia. The discovery of architectural similarities between the Yonaguni monument and other ancient megalithic structures in Korea, China, and even Southeast Asia, such as Indonesia, further fuels the suspicion of a civilization that could have spread across the Asian seas. Some unorthodox researchers even hypothesize that Yonaguni may have been part of an ancient port system where trade activities, religious rituals, or cultural centers of a maritime community took place, a community often overlooked by history due to the lack of concrete evidence. Details like the stairways, stadium-like structure, and giant sculptures all suggest a complex social organization if this hypothesis proves to be accurate. Another approach currently gaining attention is underwater archaeology combined with modern technology. Thanks to 3D sonar scanning, underwater LiDAR, and deep diving robots, scientists today can more accurately reconstruct the shape, structure, and stratigraphy of the Yonaguni monument without direct diving. The data collected can provide a clearer picture of the rock layers that have been altered or carved, allowing scientists to determine whether human intervention is involved. Additionally, radiocarbon dating technology and mineral sample analysis in the sediment layers also help in more accurately determining the age, shedding light on the region's past. Studying the Yonaguni monument is not merely about unraveling a mysterious underwater structure, but it could also open new doors in our understanding of human history. It challenges long-held assumptions about the development of ancient civilizations and suggests that many parts of history may still lie dormant beneath the deep waters. As one archaeologist once said, "The ocean is the greatest library that humanity has yet to read."